Memory of a Killer Season 1, Episode 7 ending explained. Did Nicky betray Angelo? Memory of a Killer Season 1 Episode 7 follows Angelo as he investigates the Dr. Parks case while dealing with worsening memory loss and increasing threats to Maria. The episode connects multiple storylines, including Dave's growing suspicions and Angelo's search for the ferryman. In the final scenes, these threads converge through Nicky and Earl Hancock. The reveal confirms that Nicky is working with Hancock and acting under the ferryman's influence. Her actions throughout the episode support this connection. Based on this, Nicky does betray Angelo. The ending also shows that Angelo says memory loss is being used against him, affecting his ability to identify risks within his personal relationships. The final scene of Memory of a Killer Season 1 Episode 7 indicates that Nicky has betrayed Angelo. She is actively working for his enemies. She joins Maria's yoga class for information. She later uses the information to confuse Angelo. She brings up information that only Angelo knows and makes him think he forgot. Angelo is already unstable. The memory loss and the way he is being treated have weakened his mind. Nicky uses this to manipulate him. She does not help clarify his memory, but instead makes it worse. The final scene reveals her betrayal. She is part of a bigger operation with Earl Hancock. She is actively working to settle a debt with the ferryman. Although it is not indicated how she joined, it is clear from her actions and alliances that there is a betrayal. The conclusion of the Memory of a Killer Season 1, Episode 7, directly links Angela's memory loss to the conspiracy. The Dr. Parks' hit now shifts from a previous assignment to a significant piece of information which might reveal who is controlling the current events. Throughout the episode, Angelo retraces his actions to try and remember what happened. Angelo revisits the case, pursues leads, and defies Dutch's order to drop the case. Angelo's actions reveal a change in focus. Angelo no longer considers the jobs as separate assignments. Angelo now wonders whether the assignments he followed were based on incomplete or false information. Angelo also retrieves memories suggesting that Dr. Parks might have been a whistleblower and not the ordinary hit target. Dr. Parks' last words reveal the involvement of Gilchrist, implying the existence of a larger conspiracy behind the hit. Angelo might have worked without the full understanding of the case, thereby changing the context of the previous assignments. Moreover, Angelo attempts to trace the ferryman through the bullet shipment, but the attempt fails when Wesley is found dead. The message reveals the ferryman's success and his awareness of Angelo's actions. The episode presents memory as both evidence and vulnerability. Angelo relies on fragmented recollections to understand the conspiracy, but his condition makes those details unreliable. As a result, his attempts to find answers increase his exposure to manipulation. Nicky's actions further exploit these gaps, making it harder for Angelo to distinguish between fact and distortion. In Memory of a Killer Season 1 Episode 7, Dave's investigation of the crime continues to progress, with new evidence pointing to Angelo. A button from the block crime scene is linked to only a handful of exclusive shops. Maria, however, tells Dave that Angelo shops in one of those stores, which corroborates a previous witness' description of Angelo, thus increasing Dave's suspicion of him. While Dave does not accuse Angelo of the crime in Memory of a Killer Season 1 Episode 7, he becomes aware that he has enough evidence to associate Angelo with the crime. This puts Angelo in a dangerous position, as he becomes a suspect in the crime. The case also puts Maria in a dangerous position, as she becomes a target of Hancock, as well as the party behind the block crime. The law enforcement also gets a lead that Maria's father might be a suspect in the crime, which means Maria becomes a focal point of the crime investigation by the end of Memory of a Killer Season 1 Episode 7. These events put Angelo's life and criminal life on a collision course. The actions of Nicky, Hancock's closeness to Maria, and Dave's progress all contribute to a tightening situation. The ending shows how the threats are no longer singular. Instead, they are multiple, and they are all happening at once. Memory of a Killer Season 1 continues on Fox, with new episodes airing Mondays.